Oop, there's the little sign. We're live. We're live again. Hi, everybody. Livingston Taylor. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. And listen, I wanted to show you. Yeah, see that little bump on my head right there? This is vastly healed. I was on my little electric scooter, and I don't have to tell you good people what happened. I was on the scooter, the wheel stopped. I was going very slowly because going from one dirt road out here to another. And it stopped quickly, and I went over the handlebars, and so I smashed up my face, and I smashed up my nose, and I smashed up my chin and my lips. But that was a few weeks ago, and it's amazing how fast the face heals. And there will doubtless be a little scar here and here. And somebody asked me about it, and I said, I realized, no, I thought about it, and I realized that at the age of 71, a little scar on my nose and taking care of it, a scar on my nose is not dissimilar to having a cigarette burn on the arm of a deck chair on the Titanic. Ultimately, it's not going to make that much difference, and in the pretty near future. So anyhow, all healed up. And everybody always asks me this. Well, they asked me a couple of questions. They say, what were you doing on a scooter? And the answer is that I love being in motion. I simply crave being in motion. And so, and I'm very curious about being able to just move around, just stand and go, zoom, and what else? I like individual transportation. And so the question is, does the scooter make any sense? And normally it does. And when you fall off it and injure yourself, it doesn't. And then they always ask me, because you're wondering right now yourselves, was he wearing a helmet? For all you've learned about me over these past years, do you think there's any chance I was responsible enough to be wearing a helmet? And the answer is, heck no. So, no helmet, and I'm not sure it would have made a big difference. Might have made a bit of difference, but anyhow. All's well that ends well. Have I been back on the scooter? You bet I have. I was back on that scooter as soon as I got home from the stitches. I was back on. All right, enough. Oh, here we go. Yes. With one wave of that mighty hand, the stormy seas were parted. Oh, it's gonna be so easy. Why, let's get started. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Is he sinking in a boat? Is he crashing in a plane? Does he even understand that the devil loves the rain? Is he casually eccentric or actually insane? What stork brought that brain? It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Ooh, the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. Yes, the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Sweet. All right. Gosh, I haven't been with you guys in a couple of weeks. I'm glad to be back. Oh, what tales, what places. All right, sponsors. Sponsors today of the Livingston Taylor Show. First, WMVY, listener supported radio, as they've been carrying, we've been shoulder to shoulder since the beginning of the Livingston Taylor Show. MVYradio.org, MVY Radio. Another interesting sponsor for us today is going to be Ytricity, and they're ytricity.com. And what am I thinking about with them? Well, guys, I've been studying. Oh God, my producer gets. She's gonna poop a biscuit if I go off on this tangent. God. All right, I'm going to go off on the tangent, but just a little. I promise. Madam Producer, just a little tangent here. And what we're talking about is resonant magnetic induction. So if you've got a car, right, an electric car, these days you have to plug them in. And I was at I saw a speech from the head of Daimler-Benz from Germany. And I was asking him about an inductive energy technology. So you can just drive over a little plate. And if you drive over that, you have this resonant magnetic induction. And you hit a frequency and it transfers energy into the batteries of the electric vehicle, allowing your electric vehicle. I like this image. They say it on Ytricity's website. It allows it to snack. So your car, when you pull up to the grocery store or the beauty parlor or something, if there is an inductive pad there, your car can snack on electricity for a little while you're gone. This would be very, very helpful in terms of extending the range and making electric vehicles practical and putting charging in where anyhow. It's something I'm very high on. Again, I am high on resonant magnetic induction, being able to charge electric vehicles without having to plug it in. So the chairman of Daimler, when I asked him about Benz, when I spoke and asked him about this question, I got this sort of Teutonic, oh, you lazy American look. He said, it only takes 4 seconds to plug in the car. And I thought, well, yeah, and you're right. I would love any opportunity I can find to do less. So, also brought to you today by S&S Kitchenette in Vineyard Haven, Mass. Now, this is a woman by the name of Spring Sheldon, who is the daughter of an old and dear friend of mine, John Sheldon. Anyhow, Spring has got this S&S Kitchenette in Vineyard Haven. And she does pop-up chefs and she does some karaoke. And, this is a good creative woman. A great Mexican food, my producer is telling me. Great Mexican food. So, we've got a nice, a diverse group of sponsors this week. Pretty pleasant. Good. There's a new day coming, just around the bend. There's a new day coming. This one's coming to an end. New day chord. You can hear it if you try, and it's growing stronger with each day that passes by. There's a brave new dawn, wild and strong and free. There's a new day. It belongs to you and me. A new day called, one that we've had visions of. Come in peace, come in joy, come in love. Come in peace, come in joy, come in love. I wonder if you guys out there, if any of you play this blackbird. It's a good thing to learn to play when you're learning to play the guitar, because it'll teach you a lot of different things. So, and also it sounds good when you know how to play it. Oh, blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these bucking wings and learn to fly. Oh, oh, your life, you're only waiting for this moment to arise. Saying, blackbird, fly. Oh, blackbird, blackbird, fly into the light of the dark black night. Okay, I'm going to morph this into a song of mine. Fit and strong, burned up hot, stoked up and ready, taken for one more shot, paired to the one, chased up a tree. When you hear a shout on the one-way out, look up and there I be. Under the dog, dart in the wall, scruffy and a little chewed up, tugging myself up tall, no fine print. They tore up the guarantee. Oh, get up near when the smoke all clears, look up in their eyes. I'll be there when they're holding up their hearts and kicking up their heels and howling at the moon. I'll be there when they finally figure out love writes the sweetest tunes. Love heals the deepest wounds. Love fills the empty rooms. Thanks for the walk and the cigarettes. And if you're going past Duffy's bar and you want to make a bet when pesos show, you can set it all on Oh, lay your hands on the promised land, look up in their right. When you lay your hands on the promised land, look up in their right. I tell you, that song was fun to write, and it is fun to play. It is fun to play. All right. Now we're going to move on to birthdays. Birthdays. Anniversaries. Do we have any anniversaries today? I don't think we do.
No. Bad month to get married.
Bad month, August?
Get married. Too hot.
Too hot. My producer says, the producer of the Livingston Taylor Show says, bad month to get married. Too hot. Is there a bad, wait a minute, this is a rhetorical question. Is there a bad month to fall in love and make that beautiful commitment to a special person?
Oh, you can fall in love anytime you want. Just don't get married in August. It's a bad month.
Okay, that'll do it. First up, turning 15 today, Tanya Webb. By the way, Tanya is the daughter of our web master, web guru, as it were, Julie Webb. And Tanya is just she's just a great kid. She's beautiful and of good cheer, as is her mother. Very, very nice. So happy birthday, Tanya. That'll be tomorrow, her birthday. Paul Mari, August 4th. Paul is a old and a dear friend of my producers, and through her, me now as well. Lauren Sigan. Lauren, happy birthday. Well, you didn't like the Sigan? Sigan. Lauren Sigan. Ooh, I got another pronunciation wrong. Oh, God. I had to host a show called If It Ain't Baroque, Don't Fix It. And it was filled with these names, Italian, French, Spanish. And I simply chopped each and every one of them into a fine puree. All right, Lauren Sigan on the 17th. Kate Taylor. Gee, wait a minute. She's got the same last name as, my sister, Kate Taylor. Listen, people, I'm pretty good and reasonably cheery, but if you really want somebody who's really a force of this beautiful universe, you go see my sister, Kate Taylor, because she's really special. Yeah. James, Hugh, and I agree that our sister Kate rules. And so her birthday, August 15th. And today, August 2nd, is the birthday of Elizabeth Lydia Bodner. Elizabeth Lydia Bodner Kaminsky. Elizabeth Lydia Bodner Kaminsky. That's quite a name. The name is long enough. By the time you've pronounced it a couple of times, well, it's almost time for your next birthday. No, it's a beautiful name, and I'm glad to try to pronounce it. All right, happy birthday, people.
By the way, Diane and Kathy got married in August.
Diane and Kathy, our buddies, got married in August. Okay. Oh, so, well, okay, then we're improving August. And who knows, maybe they were in some place very, very cold. When I take you out tonight with me, honey, here's the way it's gonna be. We will sit behind a team of snow white horses in the slickest gig you've ever seen. Birds and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey, when I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. Watch that fringe and see how it flutters when I move those high-stepping strutters. Lazy folks will peek through their shutters and their eyes will pop. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. The 1,000 glass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. 2 white side lights winking and a blinking. There's no finer rig, I'm thinking. You can keep your rig if you're thinking that I'd care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top. Did you say the fringe was made of silk? Wouldn't have no other kind but silk. Does it really have a team of snow white horses? One's like snow, the other's more like milk. I can see the stars getting blurry when I take you home in the Surrey, when I take you home in the Surrey with the fringe on top. I can feel the day getting older, feel a sleepy head on my shoulder, nodding, drooping close to my shoulder till it falls kerplop. The moon is swimming on the top of a hill, the sun is taking a header. And just as I'm thinking that the earth is still, a lark wakes up in the meadow. Hush, you bird, my baby's sleeping. Baby's got a dream worth keeping. Whoa, you horse, just keep creeping at a slow clip clop. Don't you worry with the Surrey, with the fringe on the top. Oh, I love those lyrics. Does it really have a fringe of silk? Wouldn't have no other kind but silk. Does it really have a team of snow white horses? One's like snow, the other's more like milk. Oh, Oscar Hammerstein II, he's blowing my mind. Anyhow, yeah. What a joy to be able to sing those great words. What do I have?
Upcoming shows, maybe?
No, I've got another song to do now. How am I doing time-wise? Okay, good.
You're right on time. You didn't torque off for too long about electricity.
Electricity and inductive energy transfer, magnetic resonant inductive energy. See, you just mentioned it to me and I'm off like a shot. Anyhow, where was I? I was speaking about lyrics. And so here's this song, and the song, it's written by Anthony Newley and Leslie Beeks. And it comes from Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. It's called The Candyman. And the problem is that people approach this song and sort of the cliche of it is that the lyrics are I mean, it's fun. It's a pleasant song, but it's a little saccharine, if you'll excuse analogy. Anyhow, I started thinking about it, and I got the lyrics, and I read the lyrics, and in that opening verse, who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate, and a miracle or two? The Candy Man. And I got to tell you, that's a sweet lyric. The second verse, who can take a rainbow, wrap it in a sigh, soak it in the sun, and make a tasty lemon pie? In the last verse, before I start actually singing the song.
I thought you already sang it.
No, I haven't sung that song yet.
Oh.
I changed up the order without the producer knowing.
Clearly, the producer wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I got distracted. I was paying attention to the producer.
I only have 5 minutes.
Okay, last verse. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, float away the sorrow, and collect the falling cream? I'm sorry, that's some sweet lyrics. Who can take tomorrow? Who can take a sunrise? Sprinkle it with dew, soak it in chocolate and a miracle or two. The Candy Man. The Candy Man. Who can take a rainbow, wrap it in a sigh, soak it in the sun, and make a tasty lemon pie? The Candy Man. The Candy Man can. The Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. The Candy Man makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Oh, you talk about your childhood wishes, you can even eat the dishes. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow and collect the fallen cream? The Candy Man. The Candy Man can. The Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love, making the world taste good. Now the Candy Man makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Oh, you talk about your childhood wishes, you can even eat the dishes. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, float away the sorrow and collect the fallen cream? The Candy Man, oh, the Candy Man can. The Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love, making the world taste good. Well, the first time I tried to do that run up the neck, I kind of messed it up. The good news is that we went back for another try, and it worked out a little bit better the second time around. All right. Upcoming shows. August 11th. That's a week from this Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, next Thursday.
So it's not this coming Thursday. It's a week from this Thursday. I'm going to be at the Old Whaling Church on Martha's Vineyard Island. I got to tell you, that's a really, really nice place to play. I'm going to be there. My nephew Isaac is going to throw a couple of songs, and he's got the Kavorka people. He's really terrific. And then August 13th, 2 days after that, I'm going to go down to Bryn Mawr and play outdoors at the Bryn Mawr Gazebo. And that's outside of Philadelphia. Bryn Mawr is where the Main Point was. It's where I started my career. My music sounds pretty good all over, but jeepers, in Bryn Mawr, it never sounds better than it sounds at Bryn Mawr, unless it's the Whaling Church. Yes, those two very strong. Oh, wait a minute. It also sounds really good in Kane Park, Cleveland, Ohio. If you haven't been to Kane Park, and I've been there many times, as it's a really wonderful place to play, go and see a show, Kane Park, Cleveland, Ohio. Go see anybody there because it's terrific, but in particular on the 19th, it'll be me there. And then on August 21st, I'll be at the Philadelphia Folk Festival, an iconic institution and a great place to hear all brands of folk music. Folk music is, it reminds me a little bit when people say sort of what is folk music, and I view myself as a folk pop musician. And folk music is sort of like that kitchen drawer where you put lots of really useful things, and you put them in there, and you think to yourself, this may come in really handy someday. And that's kind of the way I feel about folk music. Is you go to a place like the Philadelphia Folk Festival, and you wander around, and there are all these different notes and flavors and thoughts and looks, and it's really diverse, and it's really a beautiful place to go. So yeah, Philadelphia Folk Festival, not to be ignored. The other day I played this song. With a wonderful guitar player by the name of Dean Parks. One of the great studio players on the planet. We had a nice time doing it. Fantasy could never be so killing. I feel free. I hope that you are willing. Kick your feet up. Kick your feet up. Dance with me. Let it lift you off the ground. Stormy guide and love is all around us. I can take you where you want to go. I want to be your partner. Can't you see? The music is just starting. Night is calling. I am falling. Dance with me. Dance with me. Dance with me. Mm. All right, it's the end of the Livingston Taylor Show. Almost. What a swell day I've had today with you. Nice songs. I only forgot a few lyrics and made a few mess ups on the guitar. By the way, how pleasant to get old enough to start figuring out a way to forgive yourself. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. We're out of time. We gotta go. We'll be back in a few weeks, I know. We're gonna turn on the tap and let it flow. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. All right. I love you guys. I will see